Happy Friday, Surgeaholics, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge. Doyle asked if he wonders if I'm going to tell it like it is tonight. That's every night. Every night that ends in Y anyway, Doyle. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being on here. Sorry we're late. Had different activities tonight. Just now walked in the door literally about a minute ago. So, hey, thanks for joining us on this Friday night. Oklahoma has added another commitment, Jay. Ja'Cory Smith, 4-star linebacker. I like it. 2 straight days that they get a commitment. It's funny, Jay, because we put a ticker on the screen, 3 days ago?
Can't keep up now.
And now they get a commitment every day. You're welcome, Sooner Nation. You're welcome. Also, you had OU softball, rolled Boston Terriers 8-0. Corey Hicks with a bomb to walk it off. Little surprised they started Landry, but she only went 3 innings. So I think – I don't know, Jay. I think they're going to go Audrey Lowry tomorrow and then Landry on Sunday. That's what they're going to do.
I think that's what they're going to do. Or I thought about this, Jerem. What about this option? Pitch Landry tomorrow. Then you got to lose twice in the championship.
Absolutely not. Horrible take.
Okay, I'm
the
just
only way you pitch Landry tomorrow is if you have to have her because you're losing.
Well, she only pitched 3 innings today.
Right, and Dill pitched 2, so I mean they can both be used, but I think it's Audrey Lowry and Bella Smith tomorrow, Jay.
Could be. It shouldn't matter, to be honest with you. They should score enough runs to win tomorrow. So.
Mark, you're absolutely right. My apologies. Hey, Nellie Mack, Jay, I tell you today, OU unloaded the bench. I mean, Katie McKay had an at bat. Maya Bland was playing outfield.
Corey Hicks, walk-off,
an absolute bombing. And, hey, she dug a couple of balls in the dirt from Kirsten Deal. Like, I get that Emmerling's the starter, and they're probably not going to go with Hicks, but now you got her coming off that. You could use in a pinch hit role. I thought Malloy had a good pinch hit at bat. She walked. But, yeah, California's not very good. They win 1-0 against Omaha, Jay. Hey, Sooner-thron, you're right. Really good linebacker commit in Ja'Cory Smith, 4-star. Really good.
Good get. It's a good get for when you look at their 26 class. It's, I think, maybe one of the better ones they've got. So things are picking up. That's good. That's good news because they didn't have very many commits, and just recently they've got a few. So that's a positive. I don't know. You got really not a whole lot going on with football other than the recruiting cycle, maybe picking up here in the near future. But other than that, not a whole lot. It's softball time. You got the Thunder on Sunday. By the way, the Knicks just laid the woodshed.
Celtics, a team that has all this experience. Now I get that Tatum's out. But
Wow.
No, I'm saying a lot of people thought even with Tatum out, they were going to come back from this series, Jay. There was a lot of people who thought
I don't know of anybody that thought that.
Oh, I do. I know of several.
I don't know of one person that thought they were going to come back and win.
After they annihilated the Knicks the other day and Brown played so well, there are people thinking it's time for Brown to kind of take over.
Well, it's not time. Knicks.
Jimmy says he's a Kip Jr.
That would be a good player.
He's pretty similar, isn't he, Jay?
That would be a good player then. So, rough day for Boston in college and NBA. Yeah.
Boston OSU versus Arkansas tomorrow in softball.
Arkansas wins that.
I believe so too, Jay.
OSU had an underwhelming year, man.
They came
very
from
underwhelming day. Mark, I'm with you. I think it's gonna be a tough
Sunday night. Could be. You talk about a bad night. If they lose with a maybe Gordonless. Maybe an Aaron Gordonless Nugget team, Jay. And listen, everyone needs to listen here. If Aaron Gordon doesn't play, Jay, guess who you're going to see more of? Russell Westbrook. And I know a lot of Thunder fans are like, sweet, let him shoot. Yes. And if he makes it and beats the Thunder, how upsetting is that going to be?
I don't want to hear this from.
If he's the Thunder killer, how upsetting is that going to be?
Jeremy, here's the reality of the whole situation is, and I am a Thunder fan, but I haven't been like a lot of the Thunder fans, and you know that. But the Thunder fans that sit here and just scream that this team's the best team in the NBA. Sunday night's your chance to prove it. And I don't know why any Thunder fan would be worried that they should win this game. They're the best team in the NBA. They might be down Gordon. It's a home game.
Game 7's, Jay. That's why.
Well, that leads him on my stat. You ready for the stat? Heard this today, and I have to give credit to Sports Animal, but here we go. Jokic and Murray, since they've played together on the same team, they've been in 14 series together. Okay?
Okay.
How many of those 14 series have they either won or went to a Game 7 in?
How many, Jay?
13.
What's their record?
I'm just saying they take it to the brink every time.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They don't go away easily. But you know what? This is the Thunder's team Thunder's chance to get out there and show that they are ready to take this next step.
Hey.
No excuses.
Dalpo, I don't know. I saw some stuff on Bentley, and I actually like Bentley better. Some stuff on Jay. Bentley ran a
I like Bentley. I like Bentley better.
Bentley ran a 10-3 split in the 100 in the relay.
I agree, Aaron. They need to come out and lay it down early and often. I'm sick of it. Like, just get out there and get a game that doesn't go down the wire. That's what needs to happen.
Jay, you could arguably say the Thunder have done a poor job of playing Thunder basketball this series. And what I mean is they're not sharing the ball well outside of the bench players. They've got to share the basketball better.
I kind of disagree a little bit with Colin here. I think Kaysen needs to play a lot of minutes, and Caruso.
Not as many as Caruso, though.
Oh, I definitely think they're going to lose the wide receiver if O'Neal leaves. I definitely think.
Hey, Greg God, I'm not going to sit here and argue tonight, but Jay, I'll let you address it because I didn't think SGA gave us all. Yeah, I'll say it. Greg God, if he gave us all on defense and rebounding, they would have won the game.
What's up, KB?
Jay, do you think he gave us all?
Jeremy, I think
he looks tired all the time.
Well, that's just the way he is. I think Odom's the guy we're talking about. I think there was some rebounding that he kind of was lackadaisical on.
And defensively.
And Crystal says the rebound leader will win on Sunday. That's possible. Let me say this again.
Jay, 3 of his 6 fouls last night were lazy reach-ins. That's not giving your all. That's not moving your feet in basketball.
But J-Dub has just been so inconsistent in this series, just like he did in the Dallas series. J-Dub is going to have to go for 20 points tomorrow, I think. He's got to have a good game.
Hey, I think, Jay, you and Greg God are very similar in one thing. I think Greg God, you, and many people, they're picking the Nuggets so that
You're wrong.
I won't say you then. Maybe Greg God, because Greg God after game 1 or game 2 was ready to trade all the Thunder players and be done with them. I think there's a lot of people who say Nuggets in 7 just so they don't have to face the disappointment. They're already prepared. They're preparing themselves for it.
Eric says OKC is going to win by 20 plus. The game will be over in the second quarter. Well, if
kind of like the Celtics Knicks tonight.
If Gordon doesn't play, it better be, but it won't be because, guys, I'm going to say it again. You hate to hear this, Jerem. You hate it.
So,
what?
Hey, is Eric picking the Thunder then?
Yes, he's picking the Thunder.
Even though he said Nuggets in 4, 5, 6, and 7? So, Eric, are you picking the Thunder in 7? Even though you said Nuggets in 4, 5, 6, and 7? I'm just getting it right. You're picking the Thunder. Okay. Nuggets in 7. Nuggets in 7.
Hey, I don't really want to talk a whole lot about Thunder because you don't know. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say, dude. I'm going to get frustrated, so I don't want to go down that road. But they got to prove it to me tomorrow night or Sunday night that they're ready for this big league ball. They haven't proven it to me yet. They've played a bad series, Jerm.
Mark. Oh, I agree. They have, Jay. They've been.
Why? Why?
I'm not going to argue with you again tonight, dude. Like, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Mark, part of it is I think Patty really thinks they're going to need Kirsten Deal during this postseason run to drive for 5.
How'd she pitch tonight?
She had 4 or 5 strikeouts. She hit a batter. I think she walked one. She was pretty good, but it's Boston University, Jay.
Oh, the text message that I got on the group chat. I was like, "Whoa, is she loud?"
That's because she came in and walked and hit a batter right off the start.
Really need Thunder to win on Sunday for the pride of Oklahoma. I don't. It's not about the pride of Oklahoma for me, but I understand what you're saying, Mess. This team needs a win to prove that they're not a regular season team. Because if they lose tomorrow or Sunday, next year, the regular season means diddly squat. They could go 70-12. It won't matter. Just like it didn't this year, Jerm, until you do it in the playoffs. And I am going to say this. For a team to be as good as the Thunder are in the regular season and to lay an egg last year against Dallas and in this series, it can only be one thing.
Okay, but before you – okay, go ahead. Say it.
No, it can only be one thing. They're not ready. Playoff basketball is different, man.
So I'm gonna be the devil's advocate, I guess. So if they win this series tomorrow and go on to win the championship, what are you going to say right now? They're not ready.
Then they've taken the next step. But
you said they've already proven they're not ready. You've said it already.
This series should have been over in 5 or 6.
You've already said that they're proving they're not ready, which is a bad take. If they win this series, they're proving they're ready. They've won 3 out of the. They would have won 3 out of the last 4 games in the series in close games when it mattered. That would prove something, Jay. Right?
You're locked in on games. I'm locked in on series.
If they beat the Nuggets, and that means they would have won 3 of the last 4 games when they had to have them.
If they win on Sunday, then I'm saying, hey, they're taking another step, Jerm.
Yeah. Hey, Chester, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. No one's talking about anything else. So let's talk about Ja'Cory Smith. Let's talk about Bo Bentley. I mean, I'm fine with any of that.
You like Bentley better than O'Neal?
I do, Jay. I like Bentley better than O'Neal.
What do you like about him?
I like the ball out of his hand. Like, I don't know. I like the way he slings it, Jay. He's also got some speed to him, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like Stoopsified. It's almost like they have a little bit of experience.
And we'll see if it matters, Jay.
We'll find out. It's mattered so far in this series.
Chet's not going to add weight. Like, there are certain people whose body, they just can't put it on. I'm sure he's tried to put on weight. He can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it. Mark's got to be better Sunday. He's got to be better coaching. A lot of things have to be better.
You know Jokic isn't sitting. They're going to play, and it's going to be interesting if Mark Dagnall says, you know what, we're going to go with our starters more. I think that's a disadvantage for the Thunder. You got to play your bench.
Well, you can't have your 4 of your starters, Chet, J-Dub, Shea, and Lou Dort are shooting 22% from 3.
It's bad, yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't know how that could be, Jerm.
Yeah.
Well, I know how it is, but I'm just playing with you.
You do, and you do this every freaking night. Except, no, you can't bench J-Dub. You can't bench him.
No, he's just got to play.
He's too valuable in other things. He had like 18 rebounds and assists. You've got to play. He's just got to hit shots.
Hey, this team is not winning on Sunday if he doesn't have a good game. It's not happening.
J-Dub's got to be there.
He's got to play good.
Game 5, he made a huge 3 and 4 free throws at the end of the game. It was massive for them.
Yeah, but he needs a good game. He needs
to shoot well, yes.
They all need to shoot well, Jeremy.
Jason, defensively and rebounds and assists, he's betting better than anyone on the team. Fact or fact?
I'm not talking about rebound assists.
No.
When the ball goes through the hoop, it matters more.
Okay, defensively, rebounding assists he gives you. What I'm saying is SGA doesn't give you those things.
Okay,
he just doesn't.
Okay, but listen, this Thunder team.
He scores.
This Thunder team, defense, you're not really affected by your defense by not being in playoffs or by playing time. Your defense is going to be there. And the Thunder's defense is the reason why they've won 3 games in this series. Not the offense. The offense has been bad. It hasn't been good all series, Jerm, except for the 50-point W. Austin says J-Dub will have 28 and Thunder win 113-102. Thunder took step back in the playoffs. This is correct. Correct. Return trip. You know what? Ask anybody who's ever played NBA basketball. Playoff basketball is different than regular season. It is. Everybody knows it. And the Thunder don't shoot good in playoffs. They just don't. Not the last few years. That's not like a opinion. That's a fact. Go look at the Dallas series and look at this series. They haven't played well. They haven't shot the ball well. If this team shoots the ball well, nobody beating them. There's nobody beating this team if they shoot it well. They're winning the championship if they shoot the ball.
Must have been too tight in games 4 and 5 when they hit those shots.
Okay, Jerm, please.
Too tight. Too tight. Let's move on, please. We're never going to agree on this.
I want you to listen one thing and just listen for me. Hey, just because you're tight doesn't mean you can't win a game in a series. I'm talking about a whole series, Jerm.
We'll find out, Jay.
Jerm, the game they won, last game they won, they were tight the whole game. Lou Dort made 3 threes at the end. He got
Jada made a massive 3 when it mattered.
Yeah, but the overall game, they were tight.
Well, you know who else played tight in those 2 games, Jay? If you want to argue that, fine. Say Denver played tight in those 2 games. Say it.
Jokic had 47.
No. Say Denver played tight in those 2 games.
How'd they play tight when you had 47 points?
See, your argument makes no sense. Move on, please. Move on. Move on.
Jerm, if you want to, I think they missed a lot of shots down the stretch. I think Denver did. But I don't
miss shot. How do you miss shots down the stretch unless you're tight? Correct? No, time out, Jay. Time out. If OKC misses wide open shots down the stretch or in the 4th quarter or 3rd quarter, whatever you want to say, and you say it's because they're tight, then when Denver misses shots down the stretch, because you keep saying Denver missed wide open shots in game 5, wide open, then wouldn't it also be because they're tight?
No, they've won a championship, Jerm. They're not tight. They are not tight.
Your argument is illogical. It's
illogical. It's not, Jerm. Denver's not a tight team.
It's illogical.
Denver's not a tight
illogical.
Okay.
Illogical.
Let's move on to football.
You're illogical.
We're going to talk about this.
It makes 0 sense.
Hours. We're going to talk about for the next.
Not take every time it comes out of your mouth.
Colin says,
figure out a new take because it's bad.
Grayson Holton says, or Colin says, Grayson Holton might be one of the most underrated players in the SEC. Could be.
I'm going to say he's underrated. I'm not going to say most underrated. Hey, usually, Greg God, usually I'm in this little part of the house room. This is our living room. It's an add-on from when this house was built like in 1920 or 30, I think. But they added this part on, and it's the best part of the house. Appreciate it. I'm never in here because I get thrown out to the small room because I'm too loud. But the wife's gone tonight. The oldest son's gone. It's me and the younger boys, so we're having a little yell fest here.
What are you yelling at?
You.
Cool. I haven't heard your boys yell at all.
Illogical take.
I haven't heard your boys yell at all yet. Just you.
No, I told them to be quiet. Hush, hush.
Okay.
They're eating some Mike and Ike's and Reese's, having a grand old time here.
Oh, wow. You're just going to candy them up, sugar them up, huh?
That's right, baby.
Wow. My son graduates tomorrow.
Yeah, Brody graduating tomorrow. That's big time. That's
big
huge.
time, man. The memories,
Brody.
The memories of
Brody. I cannot believe he's already graduated.
Hey, the memories, this last week, they just flow through, man. It's like, wow, how did we get here already? It's crazy. But guess what time they graduate? 8 a.m. Crazy stuff. Early morning.
They do a lot of different things in Arkansas, and that's one of them.
High school. Mess graduating from high school. So, yep.
Yeah, we are tomorrow night and Sunday night. There's going to be thunder in OKC during the Thunder game. It's going to be tornadic chances. I hope a twister goes through Paycom, and when I twister, I mean OKC with their defense.
Yeah, it's terrible. Hey,
yeah, when is Brody starting in Austin, Jay?
He's not going to Austin. He'll be in Arkansas, U of A. Yeah. Crazy. Storms gonna be pretty bad tomorrow. I think if the cap breaks, that's the thing. 2010, Greg. Golly, you're
Greg,
like
Jay
like
and I
old man.
graduated in 1995, bro.
I'm old.
2010 seems long.
Now, Dow Post got me worried here. It says, I don't know why, but I just got this feeling today like this season's going to be another disappointment. And that includes the defense. Hope I'm wrong. I think the offense and defense will be better. Well, the offense will be better. I think
the offense can't be, Jay, there's not a world in which the OU offense could be worse. Hey, Greg, is that for Saturday night or Sunday? Curious. I think it's
Saturday and Sunday, to be honest. I think this next few days are very unstable. Look at this.
I saw this call and it's unbelievable, dude.
I think it's great, but do you think he's a little overrated?
Jay, every one of them are overpaid. Every one of them.
That's not what I asked. Do you think he's overrated?
Yes, I do think he's overrated.
Do you?
Yes. I think he's overrated, Jay.
Went to the Super Bowl, did he not?
So did Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson.
Correct.
Yeah, they both went to Super Bowls and actually won them, I believe.
I got a trivia. It's not really a trivia question. It's an opinion question. Who is the most overrated quarterback to either win a national championship or a Super Bowl? Drop your opinion in the chat. The most overrated quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl or a national championship.
Well, that's a. I've got a name that everyone's going to lose their absolute mind on. You know who I'm saying?
That's bad. Jimmy, that's a bad take.
Jay, I've got a name that people are going to lose their mind on. Now the thing about Brad Johnson and Dilfer is they weren't overrated, were they? Jay, what about a guy like this? People getting ready to come at me. Josh Heupel.
Are you talking about overrated for an NFL player? He was great for that team, man.
Josh Heupel?
Yeah, he did great things for that OU team. You can't say overrated.
So that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by overrated?
He was in the Heisman finals. I'm saying a quarterback that wasn't very good, but people thought he was good.
Vince Young was a great college guy. That season he had, game he had was phenomenal.
I got one for you.
Rich Gannon?
No. AJ McCarron?
College.
I mean, that defense was unreal. I think he was good, but was he just
Mark Sanchez?
I mean, where did AJ McCarron? He didn't finish anywhere high in any voting, but
no. Yeah, Brent Rawls was, but he never was a.
Let's keep it Super Bowl NFL. Who would you say?
Brad Johnson's up there, Jay, but he wasn't overrated because no one really thought he was any good.
What about, did this guy win one? The guy for the Raiders.
Rich Gannon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Jay. I don't think he won one. I don't think he won a title.
He didn't win one, did he?
I don't think he won one.
So you couldn't count him out. What about, who was the quarterback? That would have been, okay, I got one. Most overrated.
Now, FanStop says Jamarcus Russell from LSU, but he never won a Super Bowl.
Hey,
he was so overrated as a draft pick.
I got one for you that made the Super Bowl. Most overrated quarterback ever. Made the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman.
Yeah, Rex Grossman's a good one, Jay. Hey,
they didn't win it.
Hey, did you say overrated or overweighted? Because Russell was overweight.
Well, that's true. Jim McMahon. Now, that's an interesting one, Chris.
Jim McMahon was a game changer for the Bears, though.
Oh, look at this. Crystal, this is a good one.
That's a good one.
He did well for him when he came in, but yeah.
That's a good one, Jay.
That's a good recent one. Who was the quarterback? Was Brad Johnson the quarterback of Tampa Bay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to think.
What about who's the other? Joe Flacco.
Did they win one?
I thought Flacco won one, Jay.
Did he win
Bob Greasy, Joe Namath.
Flacco win a Super Bowl?
I could be wrong, Jay. I thought he might have.
Who was Arizona's quarterback.
Was it Jake Plummer?
No. You know,
was it Carson Plummer?
The Stanford quarterback?
Jake Plummer.
Carson Palmer?
Carson Palmer, Jake Plummer.
No, who with Arizona when Larry Fitzgerald, they played Pittsburgh, didn't they, in the Super Bowl?
Who was their quarterback, Jay?
I don't know, man. That's why I'm asking. But Pittsburgh won the Super Bowl anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Never won.
Pittsburgh beat Arizona. So
hey, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Today is May 16th. If you sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club and use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months. Sign up for that Shirt of the Month Club by May 20th. You will guarantee to get a welcome shirt in the mail a couple days later from you signing up. And then you would get the June Shirt of the Month Club. Got to do it by May 20th to ensure that you get the June Shirt of the Month Club. Again, many packages to choose from. I could try to do it justice, but I can't. You just need to go to thefanstop.com and look at the different packages they offer and choose the one that fits you best. They all fit really well, though.
There's the answers. Mess got that one. And then Cards quarterback Kurt Warner. There we go. I forgot.
I'm curious. Yeah, I know we've got several who have signed up for the Shirt of the Month Club. I think everyone who signed up would vouch for it, Jay. Great shirts. Love the designs, different designs.
Hey, I got a trivia question.
Yeah, Marino was the greatest to never win a Super Bowl. Absolutely. Go ahead, Jay.
I got a trivia question. The trivia question is this. In Marino's prime, name the triple threat wide receivers for that Miami team.
I got them.
You got all of them?
Absolutely.
You got to put them in the same comment. They all got to be in the same comment. The 3 receivers for Miami during those years when they were loaded.
Now, there were 3 from Denver, too, with Elway, when you had Vance Johnson.
Yeah, I remember that.
Vance Johnson. Kurt Warner, that's right. Warner versus Roethlisberger.
Dupree, Clayton, always
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them. That's 2 of them. I don't know if I know the third one, Jerm. I'll know it when I see it.
Jay, maybe there were just 2. You're thinking of Denver with 3. Vance Johnson.
I thought there was a third.
Mark Duper, I think, wore 85. I think Mark Duper wore number 85. Mark Clayton, I think, was 83. You had 85, 83. It seems like they had an 80 who was really good on that team. But Dan Marino, man, that guy could sling it. Never really won a title. Just disappointing. Disappointing. Hey, Ja'Cory Smith. So OU has 2 straight days where they land a 3-star and a 4-star respectively. On the defensive side of the ball, a safety and then a linebacker. It's big in the 2026 class. 4 stars help. Now, we'll have to see who kind of the big fish is in that class, if they're going to be in on that. But Chris says, wasn't Casper on that team, Jay? Jay's trying to do some work and look it up. I don't know if he's finding it or not. OU baseball, did they blow it tonight against Texas? Clayton, Duper, Fryer, McDuffie, Chambers are the 5 names Mez says. Austin says Jay and Jerm, OKC Thunder are 2-2 all-time in game 7s ever. Yeah, they're 500. And Denver's a lot better than that. OKC's got to get out on them early and not make this a game. They're all going to be well rested with that extra day rest. And how big was the extra day rest for Aaron Gordon now, too? He gets an extra day to get treatment, to get a machine on that hamstring. I mean, that could bode well for him. That's not good, extra day.
But will he play? That's the question. I don't know if he'll play, man.
8-6, OU, top of the 9th.
Need to win that one. Oh, man, the 1-bar face mask. Unbelievable. Those were great. Yeah, Key Jackson did play at Marino. That's correct.
Yeah.
Up by 2, but 2 on, 2 out.
Oh, wow. If they allow a 3-run bomb and lose this thing, that would be
inexistent.
That would be an absolute atrocious.
No. The answer is no, in my opinion.
Patriots came close. Eagles, Chiefs, but I don't think anyone will, Jay. Too much parity.
Too much parity, man.
Too much parity, man. Hey, Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. You are very appreciated here on the Sooner Surge. We really, really appreciate your sincerity, your support, your questions that you ask, the way you engage conversation and spark it. Thanks so much, Crystal. Appreciate you. Thank you. 2025 Dark Horse NCAA Championship winner. Who you got? Assuming you're talking about football.
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
I got one.
Would you? And I'm asking this. Would you say OU is a dark horse?
What? Yeah.
Okay. Some people define dark horse as it's got to be a small conference. That's not how I define it.
No. Who do you got? I got one.
LSU would be a great one. I'm really high on Nussmeier.
I don't know if this is considered a dark horse, but
I think I would go LSU. Is
Clemson considered a dark horse or no?
Yeah, I guess it would be. Is that who you're taking?
I'm trying. I'm either taking Clemson or Penn State, but I don't know if those are considered dark horses.
Penn State will never win one.
I know. I'm just saying, are those considered dark horses? I don't
know. Not with Franklin, man. James Franklin. Not with James Franklin. Jay.
LSU's. I think LSU could be a good one, but don't you think people are going to be picking them too? So
yeah, and it's curious how will they play under maybe if they're the hunted instead of the hunter. That's going to be different. That's going to be kind of the difference there.
Hey, you know what, Austin? You can be. Hey, if you stick with the Sooner Surge Live for give it about 30, 60 days leading into the football season, you'll learn a lot from these viewers about football.
And if you think we're loud, this is calm. This is the calm before the storm. Yeah, I agree, Crystal. Jay messed up when he picked Clemson last year. Don't do it again. He also picked LSU now.
I also picked SMU to make the playoff last year.
SMU, yeah.
I was right.
Texas is not a dark horse. No, they're not. Any idea who's going in the booth for BV on defense? Well, that's a good question.
Who would you guess? That's a great question, Mass.
It's a great question, Mass. Todd Bates is too. I'm gonna get this is my fresh opinion because I haven't even had time to think of it. Todd Bates is too relational. Cannot have Todd Bates in the booth. Cannot have a guy like Todd Bates in the booth. I think the one that makes most sense is Brandon Hall to me.
Brandon Hall. He's been a defensive coordinator. I don't know. Did he coach up in the booth as a D coordinator?
I don't know, Jay.
He's the one.
Nate Dreiling is who Jimmy thinks.
Dreiling's a good one too.
Which I can see, although here's one, Wes Goodwin.
Yeah, Dreiling's pretty involved with the linebacking core. I mean,
Wes Goodwin, I think. It's got to be Goodwin or Hall. It's got to be Goodwin or Hall.
It could be Dreiling. Goodwin or Dreiling. It could be one of the two.
Hey, real quick, Jay. There's a movie. I know you love it. I know you guys all love it too. That's watching. There's a baseball movie called Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Pitcher's got a big bat.
Float it.
You got to dig down and get more of your want to. You got to use your want to, Chet Stedman says. Listen, maybe what OU needs to do with Joe John Finley is what they did to the pitching coach who said, throw the big stinking cheese. You remember that, Jay? Where was he at during the game?
He was locked in the cage.
He was. No, I'm not saying locked. Easy, Jay. I'm saying.
No, he got locked in the cage in the locker.
No, I'm saying he just happened to not make it out there, Jay.
Oh, where are you going with this?
Someone said, I hope Joe John Finley stays on the bus. Now, everyone listen very carefully. Jimmy, Joe John is not being let go. But I personally would rather have Joe John Finley in the booth because he seemed to be better in the booth. Would you agree, Jay?
I don't know, man.
Arbuckle's going to be on the field. Joe John's got to be in the booth. I think he did some good things in the booth, more so than on the field. Put him in the booth.
Facts. This is facts by Greg. Facts. You know, Dennis Quaid to me is a very underrated actor.
Yeah, he's been in some great movies, Jay.
He has.
What Women Want, great.
Hey, was he in that?
What Women Want? Him and Helen Hunt.
I thought that was the one with Mel Gibson.
Sorry, that is Mel Gibson. You're right, Jay.
Okay.
Outside of The Rookie, Jay, what are your favorite Dennis Quaid movies?
Well, there's quite a few. I liked the Bethany Hamilton movie was good. He was in that.
Correct. Soul Surfer.
Soul Surfer. That was pretty good. Gosh, I'm trying to think of. He was in the twin movie. What was that called?
He was in
they flip spots.
Not Switched Up. Parent Trap. It was Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Hey, go back up, Jay. Randy Quaid is a legend. For the Love of the Game was Kevin Costner. And let's get to Crystal again because Crystal's sincerity tonight is superb. Thanks so much, Crystal. Appreciate it. Crystal says slow night. It is a slow night. So she's going to ask another. If you guys in chat could change anything about the fan experience, Oklahoma college football, what would it be? Well, I've got a list of things.
I got it. Go
ahead, Jay.
No, you go first.
One is the first thing I would do is I would put signs all around Palace on the Prairie. When you step out of your car, there would be signs in the grass. There would be signs on every building. As you got closer to the stadium, you'd see signs that said, no sitting allowed. If you ask someone to sit, you will be escorted out of the game. Things like that. Like, just promote craziness. Promote insanity all throughout till you get up to the stadium. Then I'm not going to have a guy on the big screen, and I'm not going to put words. Scream. Get loud. Clap. I'm removing all of it.
You know what I would do? Because I would take
playing Toby Keith's America song.
I would take
Toby Keith, but I'm not playing that.
Hey, I would take a page out of the Oklahoma City Thunder book, and this is what I would do. I would say, okay, let's say the game's at 2:30, and what time are the gates open? 12:30 earlier. If whoever's in their seat by 12:30, 2 hours before the game, it's half price concessions for the first hour. The Thunder does this. They get people in their seats into their arena early. You do half price concessions, whatever else you can do early to get people in their seats. It's a late coming crowd. It always is. The students are all late coming. Get them in there early.
You know what else I'm doing? I'm not giving away shirts and striping a stadium ever. Not doing it. OU seems to be all about how things look and not about the environment itself. Who cares how it looks? Just be crazy.
Oh, that's a good one, man. Hey, this is a little bit. Do you know how Baylor does it? Is that for the students where they sprint across the field to get a seat? Have you seen that?
I have.
What if they would never do this, but what if they had a lot of you still have your reserve for the donors and maybe do like general admission?
Jackson, I put it in there, okay? It's there. Turn the lights off. Play the Predator theme song when the team enters. Yeah, stuff like that.
Hey, would that help? Would that help if they allowed?
It would create.
No. Listen, if they allowed general admission seating in a lot of areas.
Yeah, that would help.
You think people
It's
get
only open to freshmen platoons when he says it's called the Baylor line. What's up, Jackson? We got a caller. What's up, Jackson?
What's up, guys? Hey, so to answer the questions that Crystal said, as a student at OU, I do think that
part of the problem is you, but go ahead.
Oh, it's me personally. Me personally.
No, you. It's plural you as students. The plural you as students are the biggest issue at OU.
You know, Jeremy, I do agree with that. I stayed for every single game, basically the whole entire time. Didn't matter the
Didn't
score.
you tell me one time it was too hot to be at the game early?
No, I never.
Jay, did you hear him say that?
It was to get there early. Yes, it was too hot.
too
Hey,
hard. Go ahead, Jackson. Here,
but
I'm
you
here
want
to
to know
listen,
what?
man.
Hey, but you want to know what? I still sat my butt in the seat and stayed there and didn't move the whole
Yeah, you
time,
got there
Jeremy.
after kickoff. You're right.
No, I didn't. I got there every single time the gates opened 2 hours early. Every single game.
I'm playing, Jackson. What would you
But
change?
I think that the band needs to add some more, maybe like different songs, or maybe they need to try and make some new chants because I feel like now I get Oklahoma's such a tradition rich, storied school, but like they play the same two or three songs, and it's like I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
that's but Jackson, you
and
can't that take. The problem with that take is go listen to Florida's band, go listen to USC band. They play the same thing over and
yeah,
over again too, but it's
yeah.
cool. You're used to it.
Yeah, and then also I do think that the in-game fan engagement is not very good. Like the games that they have, the kicking for chicken's dumb. I hate it. I think it's one of the dumbest events they could do. I feel like the guy on the mic during the game isn't very engaging. It's just like he isn't good at getting the crowd hyped up. And I think even Jeremy talked about that too. I think he agreed with that. I could be wrong. Jeremy could be misspeaking for you.
No, he did.
But
Yeah, that's his thing.
I don't think the guy on the mic's very good. And really the fan base, like there's a lot of old people that have owned season tickets for a long time and they don't bring the energy that the young people do. And Jeremy, I do absolutely agree that
I
the
don't think the young
students
people, aka student section, brings much energy.
when it's about a group of 100 to 200 of us that are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, it is really hard because the students are a bunch of fair weather fans. They're a bunch of kids. They come in, they get all dressed up, drink beer for the first half, and leave. It's really annoying, Jeremy. I wish it was not that way, but I don't know what you want me or Hunter or other students of us to do about it. I don't get that. And then I know Crystal asked who she thinks the dark horse is to win the national championship. I didn't hear you guys said. I wasn't on the live, but you know, I'm really interested to see what maybe Indiana can do in year two under Kirsten
Oh,
Moody.
please.
Um.
Indiana
Now,
national champion
no, it says dark horse, dude.
to win the championship.
Yes. Clemson is probably they would be my top pick right now. I have Clemson uh, going all the way next year. That's been been a big name around college athletics this year when it comes to football. About to pick to win the national championship. Um, I don't know how good Notre Dame's going to be next year. I would say that Notre Dame has a chance. Maybe Penn State. Obviously, you have like Texas, LSU, Georgia,
Those
and
aren't
the
dark
SEC.
horses, though.
But yeah,
That's
who'd you guys say is your dark horse?
Well, I said Penn State or Clemson if those are allowed to be a dark horse. But I don't know if they're allowed to be. So
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't know what a lot of teams are going to be because they're so new.
yeah.
Like so many teams have so much change and.
Yep. Yep. Hey, we got a couple more on the line here.
All
So
right,
Let's
all right,
get
see you guys.
let's get to Greg. Greg, what's going on?
Hey fellas, how you doing?
Good.
You?
Yeah, doing well. I'm bored as heck. Not because of the show's quality tonight, but I'm
Hey,
studying for a
there's
new.
not a lot going on, man, is there?
Well, it's that time of year, but no, I'm studying for a new certification at work, and I'm over it. I want to take the test, but that
Oh
keeps
man,
coming back.
that's
But,
rough.
yeah. Anyways, couple things. Sooner Nation is very happy that you guys put the ticker down at the bottom because that seems to be the catalyst that helped us get to
Exactly.
the couple days.
Exactly.
It's been nice getting some commits. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then back to the thing about the in-game atmosphere and all that. So, I mean, I've been to a fair number of OU games, but oddly, I've never been to a home game. I've always seen them on the road. But I think probably if you can improve the tailgating scene, I think that'd probably help the in-game atmosphere as well. But my other question is it down right now just because we haven't been that good? Like when, think back to the Stoops years or the Switzer years, was the stadium a more ruckus place during that time? Or has it always been kind of like what we're talking about right now?
Well, you go back you go back to when Stoops was here. He called out the crowd, and then they had the jump. They had the jump around game, Texas Tech, but he called them out. Like I don't know. obviously the Tennessee game last year was a pretty good crowd. I thought that crowd last year, Tennessee, was good, but it's never consistent. It's in spots. And one thing I've noticed, and this is just an opinion, when teams are only, and I'll give you another example, OU basketball, they can get really loud at times in some big games, but guess who's not used to playing in that environment? OU.
Yeah.
They seem to choke more when the crowd's better.
Yeah.
There.
So,
Hey, Greg, I'll ask you because what's come across my mind over the last few years is, and you wouldn't, if you've been to games on the road, you tell me if you feel this is true or not. I feel like the OU fans that go to the road games are way more into the game than like the ones at home. It's like, I don't know if I feel like the OU crowd's better when they're on the road, the ones that are there.
I mean, I have a narrow kind of experience this, but granted, it's a smaller crowd, obviously, and they don't bring as much of the band and all that.
Yeah.
But every game that I can remember, everyone's on their feet, everyone's yelling. I mean, every OU game, me and everyone around me were hoarse after the game. Like, we can hardly talk. Maybe say if someone's willing to drive, to another state, hours and hours away, maybe they are more dedicated. Maybe.
Yeah, correct. I think it could be.
Yeah. And lastly here, I think the Thunder could really benefit from a true leader. I mean, sure, Jay Gildas, like, you could say he's the leader of the team. I think a better definition is he's the face of the team. The guy just seems incredibly introverted to me, and I mean, that's fine and all, but we need somebody who's going to be on the bench, getting on people's backs. It's like a Kobe Bryant type motivator. We need someone like that. I think if we had that,
who would you say is the leader of this team? I think it's Caruso.
I think from an energy standpoint, yes, because that guy is like all jacked up on Mountain Dew all the time, and I love his effort and what he brings to it. I think he should get more minutes than he probably does.
I agree.
But yeah, we don't have that vocal leader right now. Maybe that'll change. This team's getting a little more experience, but
they got to win Sunday. They have
the anxiety level on Sunday is going to be outrageous watching that game.
Well, hopefully they can rise to the challenge here. If they don't win, that's going to be a huge disappointment. But I think with the home crowd behind them, you don't have to worry about fan engagement and all at a Thunder game. So hopefully,
that's correct.
Hopefully it's a good environment and we bring home the W.
Yeah. Right, let's get it.
Best of luck studying, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll take it easy.
Greg.
Hey, I heard this today from
918's at Rooster Days. Yeah. Rooster Days in Broken Arrow, man. Check it out. It's probably been so packed.
Hey, as we get to Platoon 20, I'm going to also say this, that I heard today from this one, Caden McFarland said this. I think he's right. On Sunday night, we're going to either say biggest win in Oklahoma City history or biggest loss. Just one game.
Yeah, Jay, that's how Game 7s work.
Yeah.
Let's get it Platoon 20.
Hey, what's up, guys? About the dark horse for the college football. I like South Carolina.
Okay.
Lenore Sellers is really good. I was really impressed with him. They still have some parts of their team that they need to bring up a bit. That's what, they're obviously not a favorite or anything, but I do think South Carolina would be someone to watch out for because I think Lenore Sellers is one of the best returning quarterbacks that's available out there. I was looking at the ESPN bet odds for championship, and actually OU is higher than I thought. They're like number 15 on the list, which is, that's a lot of trust in Mateer, I think, obviously with the new offensive coordinator. So they're listed at plus 5,000. The top leaders are Ohio State and Texas are plus 500, but Oklahoma's tied with Florida Gators right now for odds to win national championship.
Florida's that high?
Florida's
teams are higher than I thought.
Where's South Carolina at, Platoon?
South Carolina is plus 4,000, so they're right above Oklahoma.
Yeah. And
then it goes A&M, Hurricanes, Ole Miss, Michigan, Tennessee, and then it gets into the top 5, which are the top 5 of the usual suspects.
I know, Platoon, you and I are in agreement. Jay does not agree with your take or mine. I also think Lenore Sellers is really good. I think Jay thinks he's overrated.
I do. I think he's overrated.
Yeah. No, I think he's pretty good. I expect him to take a step up. He had there were some times where he made some bad decisions last year, but I think that experience will help him. But I was surprised the OU side. I thought OU would be number 30 or lower than that for odds to win. So
that is higher than I thought, man. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you got the Thunder in 7?
Yeah, I think the Thunder will pull it out, but only because it's a home game. If it was in Denver, I would not pick them. So, I mean, that's the only thing I feel like they really have, going for them. I agree with what Coconut Greg said. We need more leadership. Caruso's definitely doing his part. I just, there was a clip, I think it was it might have been game 1 or 3 of Jokic on the side. He was ripping into his teammates, just yelling at him, and they ended up winning that game. We need some of that. We need some of that dog mentality to get onto guys. I feel like the fact that they all seem to work together well when they come up to celebrate the MVP of the game, they all come together as a unit, which is good. I do like that part of it. That chemistry is good, but I also feel like we, at the highest levels, we just need somebody to get in somebody's face sometime, and be like not as out of step like a Draymond Green or something, but something a little bit more in that mentality where he's not willing to get up and say, hey, we need to all rise together and play better, and that would be helpful to get to the next level. I also had a question about BV. How you guys feel about this? So let's assume that Ben Arbuckle is an offensive genius and he lights it up and he scores 50 points a game. Well, obviously that'd be awesome, but if that happens, Arbuckle's not going to be here very long because another program is going to hire him. So my great thing is, even if we have a success with the offense position, do you trust Brent Venables to hire every 2 or 3 years elite offensive coordinator? Obviously, I think he did a good job with this one, but I don't think I trust him to make that. I don't trust him to be like a Saban that can get elite OCs, every 3 years to replace the guys when they leave and become head coaches.
Well, probably what you might have to do. I mean, Arbuckle's got a quarterback coach that came with him. There may be someone at that point that knows the system so well, and it would be a next step for them maybe. Or however he found Arbuckle. Like, I wish I knew the whole backstory on going to get Ben Arbuckle. Because, who initiated it?
Yeah. I know. I'm curious to find out. I don't know if we'll ever know the answer to this, but was this all done by BV or was the AD involved? Like, I'm curious how much of it. If it was 100% BV, that's awesome. But I also, in the back of my head, I'm thinking he probably had some help with this, and it wasn't just him by himself there. But I don't know.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's like one of those. It's catch-22. You kind of want that to happen because that means OU's going to probably be really good if Arbuckle's gone in a year or two. That means they would probably be really good. So it's kind of a catch-22, but
it's a good problem to have. Yeah, I'm excited for the Thunder. Hopefully, we be able to close it out. I think they can win it, especially with the way they came back in those. They lost the last game, but the prior 2 games they did well. I think the home crowd will be enough to get there. But if we want to, even if things go great and we win the championship, I don't see any hope of a repeat or a long-term dynasty type situation until we get more leadership. So I'll sign off, guys.
All right. Thanks, Baton. Appreciate it.
Now, some of that leadership comes with championships. I mean,
I'll say this about the leadership, though, and I saw 6-Foot Chevy's comment about SGA.
I don't know what he does behind the scenes.
Here's my thing is there's been a couple games this series where you've had leads and Denver's gone on a run. That's when you need your stud to say, give me the ball or I'm going to make a play here and not be – I feel like in a few games in this series, the Thunder – offensively have gotten kind of out of their game and they're just and that's when a true leader though says, hey, let's slow this down, we're rushing things, let's get in a good set, good frame of mind. So we'll see.
I wish the game was tomorrow, but you got to wait another day. But hey, on tap tomorrow though, guys. Yeah, Shay will go ISO.
Hey, Texas, by the way, OU beats Texas.
OU beats Texas in baseball, massive win. If they could somehow win that series, get going in the right direction before postseason. Speaking of postseason, OU softball in action tomorrow at 1:00 against California. Winner advances to the regional championship game where they would have to lose 2 straight games. So tomorrow's a big one. I expect to see Audrey Lowry getting the start, but we'll see. I know one thing, we'll be here to cover it all. Thanks for watching tonight. Hey, big shout out to Crystal Callender tonight. Not only did she give 2 supers, she also ramped up the discussion really well. Great job engaging the chat, Crystal. Appreciate you. Appreciate the callers that called in late into this show. Always good to have callers. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy it. Be safe in that weather that's headed this way, and we'll catch you tomorrow night.